Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the news bulletin for this Tuesday, the 14th of October 2025. The Executive Committee of the Citizens Democracy Watch of Seychelles, CDWS, has held a preliminary statement of their election observer mission on the second round of the 2025 Seychelles presidential election conducted on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of October 2025. In their statement, they shared its preliminary observations, findings, and recommendations for further consolidation of the country's democratic electoral processes. The mission's leader of CDWS, Eileen Moses, described the atmosphere as peaceful. However, the mission observed that the second round generated stiff political competition, tension, and anxiety amongst the parties and their supporters.
The two political parties engaged in a variety of strategies in campaigning, from traditional door-to-door to different advanced media platforms. However, compared to the first round, it is regrettable to note that there was use of abusive language. The content of some songs and some discourses was not always ethically or morally acceptable. There were also allegations of vote buying and travel facilitation by both political parties, but it was very difficult to obtain concrete evidence. The mission noted that the cooling-off period was not necessarily adhered to by the political parties. Press conferences, extensive social media posts, podcasts, misinformation messages could have influenced the electorate in one way or another. Media coverage. Generally, both the public and private media houses have been proactive in providing timely information on electoral matters, as well as statistical analysis of the results. Members of the public expressed their satisfaction for the innovative and comprehensive electoral coverage. The mission observed that the Seychelles Broadcasting Corporation, the SBC, was relatively balanced in communicating electoral messages and campaigns of political parties, including providing equal coverage to both presidential candidates.
The Seychelles Breweries has increased the refundable deposit on returnable glass bottles from 2 rupees to 4 rupees since yesterday. This means that the price of all glass bottle products produced by Seychelles Breweries will increase by 2 rupees. With this increase, the Seychelles Breweries aims to encourage more consumers to return their empty bottles, thereby supporting a circular economy and reducing environmental impact. Seychelles Breweries are reminding its consumers that they can return their empty bottles at the following official distributors: GS Pilet on Mahé, New Zilpros La Digue, Pralin and La Digue, and Apex on Trade. The commercial director of Seychelles Breweries says the company relies on a steady cycle of return bottles to meet demand efficiently.
For some time now, the business has realized that we are not getting back the bottles that we are sending out to trade. So we felt that maybe the 2 rupees was not attractive enough for the consumers. Therefore, we have agreed that moving it up to 4 rupees, it would create something attractive for them to bring back the empty bottles to be refunded.
Work on the third desalination plant on Yves Island, Pralin, is almost completed. Tests will be done on the network by tomorrow to ensure all is running well before the water reaches homes. This third plant will add 1,000 meter cube of water per day, making it a total of 3,900 meter cube of water per day produced by PUC on Pralin. At the moment, PUC is providing Pralin only desalinated water due to the harsh dry season. A 25-year-old man remains in critical condition in the ICU at the Seychelles hospital, where he was admitted last night. According to police, this young man was riding a motorcycle and hit the sidewall in Maravi, throwing him off the road. This incident occurred just after the Lazare Picot restaurant, heading towards Maravi in the Belazar district. This young man is a resident of Anscolette in the Belazar district. The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Tourism, Mr. Sylvestre Radegonde, met with the newly appointed governing board of the Seychelles Tourism Academy, STA, on Thursday, the 9th of October 2025, marking their first official engagement since taking office. Held at Botanical House, the meeting was attended by the Principal Secretary for Tourism, Mrs. Shirin Francis, and the Director General for Human Resources and Administration, Mrs. Jennifer Sinon, who represented the parent ministry overseeing STA. The Director for STA, Mr. Richard Mathiot, and the STA's Deputy Director, Ms. Brigitte Joubert, were also in attendance. The session provided an opportunity to welcome the new members, introduce them to one another, and give an overview of the Academy's current priorities, achievements, and challenges. Updates highlighted recent infrastructural improvements, the redevelopment of the current demo kitchen, including upgrades to the language laboratory. Following Seychelles' presidential election, our Friends of Aldabra congratulates the people of Seychelles on a peaceful democratic process and calls on the newly elected government to act decisively to protect Assumption Island and the Aldabra Group, one of the world's most important natural treasures. In a race that saw the nation deeply engaged on questions of sovereignty, transparency, government accountability, and environmental stewardship, the electorate sent a clear message: the future of Assumption Island is a national concern. Across party lines, the Seychellois citizens have repeatedly opposed large-scale developments threatening natural heritage and sovereignty on the island, from the cancelled proposal for an Indian military base to the current luxury hotel project funded by the Qatari-based Assets Group and operated by Rosewood Hotels and Resorts. The controversy surrounding this hotel development, situated just 27 kilometers from the UNESCO-listed Aldabra Atoll, became a defining issue of the election, reflecting a shared national concern for nature, integrity, and the rule of law. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this news bulletin. We'll be back at 8 p.m. with the news in Creole. Thank you for your attention.